I'm Earl Stewart. I welcome you to Earl Stewart on Cars Mystery Shopping Report. Okay, mystery shop of Arrigo, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, in West Palm Beach. They have several dealerships. Now I say they. A lot of people think it's really Arrigo, John and Jim Arrigo. You've probably seen some of their crazy commercials. Actually, they're entertaining. I like to watch them. I know both the Arrigos, by the way. I know Jim Arrigo going way back, and knew his father back. But they sold out several years ago to the Morgan Auto Group. Sold out to a guy named Larry Morgan, who I also know. We were friends. So that's a nice thing about being around for a long time. I know all these guys. And apparently the Arrigo stayed on with a management contract of some kind to do the commercials. Because as I say, they're funny commercials. They're all BS, but they're still entertaining. And hey, that's what a commercial has got to get your attention, right? If you don't watch it, what good is it? Here's the mystery shopping report. I'm speaking as if I were Agent Lightning. I'll be speaking in the first person. I arrived late in the morning and was immediately greeted by a customer service representative. She welcomed me and asked how she could assist today. I told her I was hoping to purchase a new Ram pickup truck. Now, if you're a regular listener, usually when the greeting first happens, oftentimes Agent Lightning has to walk around the lot a while, go in, look for people. In this case here, bam, someone was immediately greeted. That tells you a little bit about how good business is. When someone runs up and grabs you, that means they're not selling a whole lot of cars. It's indicative. I thought it was unusual enough that I would mention that. Okay, back as the shopper. At that moment, a salesman walked by, and she asked if he was available. He introduced himself as Golden and inquired what brought me in today. I mentioned that I saw some Ram trucks with a nice discount online. All right, we do this with most of our shopping reports, where we get an advertised price and then see what happens when you go in to try to buy it for the advertised price. Golden confirmed that they indeed had the lowest price in the state. That's called puffery. That's not even illegal. They allow you to exaggerate in advertising or in sales in your presentation. I explained that my parents and I were interested in a new pickup, showed them a truck I found on their website, a white 2024 Dodge Ram 3500 Laramie with an MSRP, manufacturer's suggested retail price, of $81,380. Boy, that's a lot of money. MSRP of $81,380. The listing showed a discount of $12,393. That's a slam bang doozy of a discount, isn't it? Sounds pretty good. And the Arrigo price of $68,987. He confirmed the truck was available and went to grab the keys. After he pulled the truck around, I showed him the online price and asked if that would be the final price. Golden asked if I was in the military or a veteran. When I said I wasn't, he replied that I should be eligible for all but $2,000 to $3,000 off the online discounted price. Now, first of all, that's bait and switch, because how many of us out there are in the military, all right? I mean, let's be honest. 1 out of 100? 1 out of 1,000? I'm not sure what the number is, but obviously it's a BS qualification. But if there were an incentive, and there are incentives for military, I've never heard of an incentive of $2,000 to $3,000. I've heard of $500, $600, $800. So this salesperson, Golden, has said, oh, because you're not in the military, we're going to have to charge you $2,000 or $3,000 more. That is deceptive and untrue. It's a lie. And of course, they weren't in the military anyway, and it's just a bait and switch kind of a thing. Okay, Golden then asked, if the numbers look good, was I ready to do business today? Old school, South Florida, right in the handbook of South Florida car dealerships. Be sure that they're going to buy the car today, or else don't give them a good price, or the best price because he'll shop and compare it. Imagine that. Imagine how gutsy and arrogant a customer would be to take your price and actually try to get a better price. That's unacceptable. So if you're not going to buy today, I'm not going to give you my good price. That's the way it is. Golden then asked if the numbers look good. Was I ready to do business today? I instantly said yes, as long as I could discuss it with my parents, since we were planning to make the purchase together. He assured me that the office was motivated to offer their best price if I was ready to buy immediately. There we go again, immediately. I told him as long as everything looked good on paper and my parents were satisfied with the numbers, I was ready to proceed. He then asked me what monthly payment I was aiming for. I replied that the monthly payment wasn't as important as the final out-the-door price number, and Golden City understood and asked me to fill out an information sheet so we could get the numbers. Now, the reason that they asked for the monthly payment is they call that price padding. If they talk to you and given you a price on the car, and then they seem to be changing the subject. They say, what monthly payment would you like? Now, if you make a mistake and come up with a monthly payment that allows them to give you like 72-month financing at 15% interest or something. In other words, if they have a way to go, they'll throw out the book on the price they gave you. It won't mean anything because if they can hit you with something that is your monthly payment that you said you would pay, they got you. So it's a technique that all car dealers use. And remember, don't give them a monthly payment that's acceptable to you unless you've done the arithmetic and you know that your credit union is giving you the interest rate and you know the financing terms and you know everything about it, which most of the times we don't know that. So keep the monthly payment away from your negotiation and focus on the out-the-door price plus tax and tag only. He found my information in their system because Agent Lightning had shopped there before, probably a couple times. And they just don't get suspicious. I don't know why. And he said he would be right back because they weren't busy at all. For about 15 minutes, he returned apologizing for the wait, said it wouldn't be much longer as I was next in line. After another 5 minutes, he returned with a proposal. And here's the worksheet all filled out. He reviewed all the fees with me, explaining that the fees and brackets were non-negotiable. So that he took that right off the table. And in brackets was the electronic filing fee, which is a junk fee of $559.55, and there was a battery tire PTA. I don't know what PTA, Parent Teachers Association. I'm not sure what, and $195.50. I know that's not the battery and tire, so the PTA. It must be the Parent Teacher Association because what else could be $195? And then the documentation fee is in brackets, so that's $1,198 fee, documentation fee. So that means that the Morgan Auto Group, or at least the management of this dealership, has said, thou shalt not take off these fees because we're not going to pay you a commission on these anyway. If you take these off, you're taking them off the price, and you're going to cut your commission. So the management behind this, the owners of this dealership and the management of this dealership said, we can't take this off. So that's the reason it doesn't behoove you, the shopper, the buyer, to haggle about these things. Give them a bottom line out the door price. Let them keep any fees on there they want to, but if you don't get the price you want, you're going to walk and you're going to buy the car from their competition. That's the way to get the price. While the upper portion in this worksheet could vary if I was ready to buy immediately. They're the old, you're going to buy today. I expressed that I wasn't interested in the Arrigo Advantage. And this is, you can hang on to your hats when I tell you about this Arrigo Advantage. And it's $2,995. So he pulled out a sheet to show me what it included. And I'll read this fast because there's just too much. I've never seen an Advantage like the Arrigo Advantage. So you ready? Here's the Arrigo Advantage, we'll call it $3,000. Paint and fabric protection, sanitization and antimicrobial treatment, rain repellent, door edge guards and cup guards, headlight protection, anti-theft VIN etching, AC system refresh, nitrogen tire service, stolen vehicle assistance, roadside assistance, collision loyalty credit. I'm running out of breath. Customer welcome kit. So that's what the Arrigo Advantage is. $3,000 worth of crap. And that whole list that I just read probably cost him $500, maybe $400. He wants to charge you $3,000. I pointed out there were over $4,000 in add-ons, and asked if that wasn't a bit high. He acknowledged that the Arrigo Advantage might be discounted or even removed. So that tells you what it's worth. They might discount it. That means it can be, and it would be if you were going to buy today. But anything in the brackets couldn't be changed. I then asked about the $1,198 documentation fee, and he clarified that it was a dealer fee. So now he confessed. He confessed that it was a dealer fee. After pondering the numbers for a minute, he asked again what I thought about buying the truck today. As he mentioned before, they might be able to discount the truck further. I told him I needed to discuss it with my parents, especially since my stepdad wasn't keen on the dual wheels. I mentioned that I'd talk to them later and let them know. I bid Golden goodbye and left. That's Golden Miller, by the way. Golden Miller at Arrigo in West Palm Beach. So here we have it, and now we have to decide what the grade, what the score is.
Me, I'm with a D grade.
My grade is a F.
I can't bring myself to give him an F. I'm going to give him a D minus. That's the worst series of grades I've seen in a long time. I'm still going to give him a D minus because it is a South Florida dealership. Any other place in the world, I'd give him an F, but I'll give him a D minus. Hi, this is Earl Stewart. Thank you for watching this video. If you would like to be notified of new videos that we post to our YouTube channel, simply click on the subscribe button and the bell icon in the lower right-hand side of the screen.